Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. To those who don't know me, I am autistic YouTuber Matthew Optimus, and those who do know me, welcome back to my channel. Sorry about that tweet there. And today I'm going to be reading to you the history on April Fool's Day on History.com. I have always read all the historical holidays on the tablet. Now I'm using my phone to screen record this video to actually read it to you guys on History.com. I will add the link right there on the description box. Yeah, the link is right there if you want to look it up, and or you can look for the link in the description box down below. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe to my channel and press the notification button for the content, and share this video if you like this video. People usually say that in the beginning on their YouTube videos. I don't know why, but here we go. Although April Fool's Day, also called All Fool's Day, has been celebrated for several centuries by different cultures, its exact origins remain a mystery. I guess I'll have to find that out. I guess we'll find out. Some historians speculate that April Fool's Day dates back to 1582, when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Georgian calendar, or Georgian, Gregorian, sorry, Gregorian calendar, as called for pragmatic speech issues, as called for by the Council of Trent in 1563. That's pretty interesting. People who were slow to get the news or failed to recognize that the start of the new year had moved to January 1st and continued to celebrate it during the last week of March through April 1st, became the butt of jokes. The butt of jokes and hoaxes. Yeah. Interesting. I'm not really good with jokes because I'm not really good at understanding humor in some situations. I take a lot of jokes too seriously. It's quite common with the dark left, though. I'm pretty much of a lefty because I'm pretty much of a dark lefty because of it, because I don't understand certain jokes very well. Depends. Okay. These pranks included having paper fish placed on their backs and being referred to as poison d'Avril. I can't even say d'Avril. Poison or poison, I don't know. April fish, said to symbolize a young, easily caught fish and a gullible person. Yeah, people tend to fall for those. 9 outrageous pranks that people actually fell for. I think I will look that up soon. Okay. Historians have also linked April Fool's Day to festivals such as Hilaria, which was also celebrated in ancient Rome at the end of March and involved people dressing up in disguises. If I disguise myself as Freddy Krueger and scare somebody, it'll be like a whole April Fool's Day thing. If I disguise myself as John Cena or a Cruiserweight, that would get someone excited. Or I could disguise myself as a Power Ranger and pretend to be someone else, I think. There's also speculation that April Fool's Day was tied to the vernal equinox, or first day of spring in the northern hemisphere, when Mother Nature fooled people with changing and unpredictable weather. Huh. Didn't know Gaia had her part in this. As if we have any evidence to support this. I think atheists will probably debunk that, which is fine. I'm all for atheists debunking stuff like this. Why not? Dare I say why not? I could care less. Sorry. April Fool's Day spread throughout Britain during the 18th century. In Scotland, the tradition became a 2-day event, starting with haunting the Gawk, in which people were sent on phony errands. Gawk is a word for cuckoo bird, a symbol for fool. And followed by Tally Day, which involved pranks played on people's I can't say the word. I don't even know what this damn word means. People make words that I can't even pronounce. Not everyone can pronounce this. Duriris. Or something. If anyone knows this word, if anyone can describe it, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Answer it for me. Maybe in the dictionary with that, where I can understand the word and say the word right. Because due to my pragmatic speech issues, I can't understand certain words. I hate it. That's my main weakness for my autism. Such as pinning fake tails or kick me signs on them. Oh, I've seen some of that. Kick me stuff. Sorry for the burr. In modern times, people have gone to great lengths to celebrate April Fool's Day hoaxes. Newspapers, radio, and TV stations and websites have participated in the April 1st tradition of reporting outrageous fictional claims that have fooled their audiences. Yeah, Family Guy did a something similar with the news. Pretended that there was going to be a meteor strike coming, and then all of a sudden they discovered they've been fooled. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people in Quahog didn't find that funny. If it was mentioned in there, I don't know. I could be wrong. In 1957, the BBC reported that Swiss farmers were experiencing a record spaghetti crop and showed footage of people harvesting noodles from trees. Since when are noodles growing from trees? Are they made from flour or something? I'm going to have to look up a recipe on how noodles are made. Because I highly doubt that they're made from trees. See, due to my autism, I can't understand the humor. At least I acknowledge that. I'm literal-minded. It's quite common for people with autism. We can't help it. You can't fucking help it. In 1985, Sports Illustrated tricked many of its readers when it ran a made-up article about a rookie. Okay, sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna have to get rid of those. My bad. I have so many Twitter. I know it's stressing you guys out, but bear with me. Okay. Sorry. I had to apologize for showing that. When it ran up, Sports Illustrated tricked many of its readers when it ran up a made-up article about a rookie pitcher named Sid Finch who could throw a fastball over 168 miles per hour. Yeah, that's not... I don't think that's a good joke. Total bullshit. Little-minded. Sorry. In 1996, the year after I was born, by the way, 1995, Taco Bell, the fast food restaurant chain, duped people when it announced it had agreed to purchase Philadelphia's Liberty Bell and intended it to rename it to the Taco Liberty Bell. Why would you make it a joke? It could be a good thing. In 1998, after Burger King advertised a left-handed Whopper, scores of clueless customers requested the fake sandwich. The fake sandwich? Are you kidding me? Weird. It's fucking weird. And that's the end of the history of April Fool's Day. Honestly, the history of April Fool's Day sounds pretty weird. And you know what? Oh, there it is. Honestly, I could care less about this holiday. I don't like being joked around sometimes. I don't like certain jokes. I mean, certain jokes do trigger me a little bit when I don't understand it. And you know, if I'm on the left for not taking a joke, then fine. I guess I'm on the regressive left for not taking jokes, or dark leftist for not taking a joke. You know, anyone cannot take a joke. Right, far, center, regardless of political affiliation. I can't believe I'm talking about politics right now. Ugh. Regardless of your skin color, regardless of your religion, regardless of your political affiliation, disability, some people can't always take a joke. That's just it. Now I'm going to press 9 outrageous pranks that people actually fell for. It's going to take a little bit to load. History stories. History stories. 9 outrageous pranks in history. From a Swiss spaghetti harvest to a rhino on a city council, these pranks went above and beyond. Becky Little. I don't know. April Fool's Day, once a time to pull a prank on both friends and enemies, has turned into a day for corporations to try and fool customers with predictable internet hoaxes. Come April 1st, we can all count on stupid scientists. We can all count on an announcement about a fake news show, feature, or tinkered application. Here we've compiled a list of truly original and elaborate pranks that will actually surprise you. Who's this guy? Oh, it must be Starius Jonathan Swift. A modest prank proposal. One year, satirist Jonathan Swift decided to play a very elaborate All Fool's Day prank on John Partridge, a famous astrologer, whatever that means. If you know what an astrologer is, and you can answer that in the comment section down below if you want. Who sold bogus predictions to sorry, allergies and sinuses. Who sold bogus predictions to the public in almanacs. If anyone knows what almanacs is, leave the answer in the comment section down below as well. After Partridge predicted in his 1708 almanac that a furor would sweep London in early April, Swift published an almanac under a fake name predicting that on March 29th at 11 p.m., Partridge would die of a raging fever. The public was intrigued, but Partridge was irate, and he published a rebuttal to Swift's almanac, calling its author a fraud. Then, on the night of March 29th, Swift published an elegy, again under a fake name, announcing that Partridge, a cobbler, starmonger, and quack, or whatever, had died and admitted on his deathbed that he was a fraud. News of Partridge's death spread over the next couple of days, so that when Partridge walked down the street on April 1st, people stared at him in surprise and confusion. Partridge angrily published a pamphlet saying he was alive. Pamphlet? Is this like a book? And Swift began publicly asserted that Partridge was dead, and claimed Partridge's pamphlet was written by someone else. The whole escapade helped to discredit Partridge, who eventually stopped publishing almanacs. Oh, that was weird. What the heck? A lady in a bottle? Really? A man in a bottle. Prankster in a bottle. In January of 1749, London newspapers advertised that in an upcoming show, a man would squeeze his entire body into a wine bottle. How can you do that? It's a small bottle. And then sing while inside of it. The ad promised that during his stay in the bottle, any person may handle it, and see plainly that it does not exceed a common tavern bottle. The ad promised the show would feature other tricks as well, including communicating with the dead. Legend has it that the ad was the result of a bet between the Duke of Portland and the Earl of Chesterfield. Reportedly, the Duke bet that he could advertise something impossible and still find fools enough in London to fill a playhouse and pay handsomely for the privilege of being there. And apparently he was right. The night of the show, every seat in the house was filled, but no performer ever showed up. Realizing they had been duped, the audience rioted. Dang, that really pissed a lot of people off. Wow, look at that building. That's nice. Robber barons rob America. Decades before the Bond villain Goldfinger plotted to nuke all the United States gold at Fort Knox, a prankster dreamed up another heist that was just as ridiculous. On April 1st, 1905, a German newspaper called the Berliner Tagblatt or something, announced that thieves had dug a tunnel underneath the U.S. federal treasury in Washington, D.C., and stolen America's silver and gold. This was before the U.S. built its bullion depository in Fort Knox, Kentucky. Interesting. The Berliner Tagblatt said the heist was organized by American robber barons, whose burglars dug the tunnel over 3 years and made away with over $268 million, and that U.S. authorities were trying to hunt down the thieves while publicly covering up the fact that the country had been robbed. The story spread quickly, though, through European newspapers before people realized that it was an April Fool's Day prank by Louis Viereck, a New York correspondent for the Berliner Tagblatt, who published the joke article under a fake name. Some of these pranks are really dumb, I tell you. Pandering to the protest vote. This will be interesting. Ice cold water helps my dry throat. Just putting it out there. Sometimes the line between what's a prank and what's not isn't always clear cut. If an unlikely candidate runs for public office as kind of protest prank, but ends up winning, is it still a prank? Here's one example. In 1959, students in Sao Paulo, Brazil, who were tired of the city's overflowing sewers and inflated prices, launching a campaign to elect a rhinoceros to the city council. And what? A rhinoceros? Seriously? God, these pranks are so fucking dumb. The rhino's name was Cacariço or Sacarico or something, Portuguese for rubbish, and she was already a popular figure in Sao Paulo when the students launched her campaign. The 4-year-old had moved to the city from Rio de Janeiro or something when Sao Paulo Zoo opened and was scheduled to return to Rio soon. When the students looked at the 500 pragmatic speech issues. God. 540 candidates vying for Sao Paulo's 45 city council seats and feared that none of them would address the city's problems. They decided to make a point by asking people to vote for the popular rhino instead. Okay. Cacarico won a city council seat with a whooping 100,000 votes. Far more than any other candidate. The closest runner-up got about 10,000. Like 10,000 Urukai in the Two Towers. And the 10,000 orcs that were remaining in Return of the King. Of course, she didn't end up serving on the city council because the election board disqualified her. But she remains one of the most famous protest votes in Brazilian history. Dumb protest ever. The Great Spaghetti Harvest. Oh, that one. This is going to be weird. One of the most famous April Fool's Day pranks of all time is the BBC's famous Spaghetti Harvest segment. On April 1st, 1957, a news broadcaster told his British audience that Ticino, a Swiss town near the Italian border, had an exceptionally heavy spaghetti crop that year. The camera cut to footage of people picking spaghetti off of trees and bushes, then sitting down at a table to eat some of their real homegrown spaghetti. At the time, spaghetti wasn't necessarily a dish that British people would have known about. That doesn't mean that no one realized the segment was a prank. Some viewers were upset the BBC had aired a fictional segment during a serious news program. But other viewers reportedly asked about how they could grow their own spaghetti at home. Okay, that's weird. Okay, let's see if we can... Oh, that's it. Honestly, I don't want to go over this anymore. I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish the rest of it tomorrow. The prank thing and stuff. So I'm just going to put the title, reading the history of April Fool's Day. This is just a bonus thing, and this whole thing article is really getting on my nerves. The falling for prank article. So either way, if you like this video, again, Press the thumbs up button and share it. Even if you dislike the video, you can still share it because people might want to see it regardless. And again, if you want to stay, and you want to watch me, and if you want to see more videos from me, press subscribe to my channel and press the notification button for future content. And happy April Fool's Day, everybody! I'm autistic YouTuber Matthew Optimus. Peace to Frau out, and have a nice day.